Welcome to my channel, Comic Book Noise. Where we talk about my comic book digital novels. But we're going to do a little something different today. I created a new subject under Comic Book Noise, and it's called Comic Book Issues. And Comic Book Issues is going to be the subject of my rants about the comic book industry and comic book news. So what spurred this new creation? Something happened to me this week that was the subject of something that I want to talk about right now. A racist attack. And so I want to talk about the isms in the comic book industry that I've experienced or witnessed. And I'll tell you about what happened to me this week right now. So this week I had a post that I put up, and I put up a post about my comic book title called The Positive Omen. And what The Positive Omen is about a superhero team that are all HIV or AIDS positive. So I put the different posts up on Facebook and different groups on Facebook, and I didn't think nothing of it. You know, within the communities I'm in, the groups I'm in, they're very open-minded, very creative, or so I thought so. And then all of a sudden, I got a reply, and it had a GIF, and it was a GIF of a cartoon. I forget which cartoon it's from. I think it was from The Simpsons or something like that. And it was like, I want to glue my head to my shoulders or something. So I didn't understand what that meant under my post. So I did another reply with another GIF, like with a question mark. And so this person put a video reference under his reply saying, this reminds me of Robert Walker. And it was something I felt that was derogatory and racist. And so it was a cartoon of a homeless black person. And so I felt that was very out of the way and very I didn't know where that came from. So I reported that questionable reply to the administrators, and I let them know. I say, it feels kind of racist, so I just want to let you know I reported this to the administrators. So he blocked me. So I went on. I didn't think twice about it, so I went on about my day. And all of a sudden I get a message in my personal, I get a message in my messenger. So I look at it, and this is what it said. So that's not gonna fly with me. So so what I did was I took a picture of that message and of the person's profile. And of course he blocked me like a coward. And I just wrote this under warning on another post in a different group, say, hey, this person did this, da 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 da. Beware of this person. This is this person's reply. And then what happened was I got a slew of supporters that went in on my pages very much against this type of racism or homophobia or whatever isms this guy has with me. So it was very great to see and very great to witness that this happened with the support of the people of the groups. And most of the people that really went in were white cis males. So it was great to see that side of people in general. It's an amazing thing to see, and I really want to thank each and every one of you who all went to bat for me against this kind of isms that this person tried to bestow on me. So I really want to thank you guys for your support. You all are amazing, and I'm very proud to be a part of your groups. We as creative people, we are open to different ideas and we may not agree on everything, but should be open with artists. Artists should be on interpretation and not assault. So this person actually verbally assaulted me because he didn't agree with my comic book title. But it goes further than that, I think. I think he really didn't have a problem with me with the comic book title, because if that were the problem, he would further explain about why he hates my title. But he personally attacked me with a racial slur. And also, this person proves that he has issues with HIV positive people. So, and what he foolishly assumed that I was HIV positive, which I'm negative, but he's totally wrong on that. So he assumed and didn't ask me, and he just assumed that. So that's his other fault. But that got me to thinking about my experience in the comic book industry. And I worked in major companies in different times of my life. I worked for Marvel, I worked for DC, I worked for Valiant, I worked for so many other independent. So it got me to thinking about this whole comic book skate situation. And what comic book gate is about, from the definition that I've read, it is about fighting about not changing and making cultural differences in the comic book industry, or diversity, or comics that are creating issues of diversity within the comic book titles. So it was very suspect, and actually I found out through the forums actually that this with this person that racially attacked me, he is a part of this comics book game. And so what I suspected of comics book gate, that I didn't have any proof, this guy is like a spark into what comic book gate is about. And so if he's expounding this garbage to other people online, what is comics book gate about itself? So you have to be suspect when people are griping online about certain things that have changed, especially like we talked about. The biggest things was talking about Captain Marvel, her movie that came out, and a lot of guys that are in the comic book, that are comic book fans, were talking about how the movie's gonna fail, how the comic book is trash, and how it's man-hating. I don't know, the young actress who plays Captain Marvel said some things that was kind of sexist and almost on the border of racism itself about white men. But as far as the character is concerned, the movie was a success. The movie came out to make its second $1 billion for Marvel, which comes to mind with Black Panther. Everybody in the African American community was excited about the Black Panther movie, as well as myself. But you saw a lot of outlets that were griping about African American community celebrating this movie coming out, because Black Panther was the first actual major film that starred a major black character that was a hero from Marvel, from the Marvel Universe. And everybody was excited about it, but you had a lot of naysayers and people that opposed this movie or complained about why African Americans are celebrating the movie, and I just couldn't understand why, because when Harry Potter comes out, the movie of Harry Potter comes out, everybody's excited, nobody has any issues with it. The movie Spider-Man comes out, the movie Iron Man comes out. But what happened was that, so Black Panther was the first film in the MCU that made $1 billion for the Marvel Universe. It was a success. It crumbled and crashed all the naysayers of this movie. A majority of the people of all races enjoyed this movie. So it dispelled the notion that your company is going to fail if you have diversity in your comics or this and that and all this other stuff. So you have to, when somebody comes in on the comics gate perspective, you have to question who they are. And they probably, from my experience and my witnessing this, probably sexist, they're probably racist, and all other isms, homophobic, and many other things that you can think of, basically, that if it's not a white, cis, straight male leading the title or the storyline, then it's trash. But they are completely wrong. We need to try to show diversity in all our creative outlets because there's diversity in the world. The comic book industry has usually had a male audience for the most part. You know, from when the comic book industry started until the early 2000s. But now there's a growing influx of female readers, and that number is growing. So the industry has to grow with this as well. So this recalls my experience back at Marvel. When Marvel, I drew for Marvel, it was in the early to mid 90s, and I was like 18 years old. And I kind of noticed in the industry, in the company, within Marvel, that the majority of the comic books were led by white cis males. And then you have a few female comic books here, but in all the most powerful characters were all white, basically. You had Black Panther, but he wasn't as powerful as Thor, or he wasn't as powerful as Hulk or anything, or it didn't have to even be black, it could be Asian or any Indian or anything like that. And me working in the comic book industry itself, I've witnessed things within the comic book industry at each and every one of the companies that I worked with. There was a little bit of bias and a little bit of fodder about racist persons here and there. You would see a lack of diversity in the higher ups in these companies as far as major editors or group editors or editors in chiefs. It would be a lack of diversity in those spaces. So a lot of these comics were created and led by mostly white Caucasian people and mostly male. But now there's diversity. I don't know about the company itself because I was in the early 90s. But now, when the movies started coming out, and so when you translate the books to movies, you'll see a sparse difference because the movie industry is a whole different animal. And so that's why you see now they're trying to change the old legend characters or old titles and old characters of those titles into, they switch a white character to a black character to a male, from a male to a female because it was so white, male, cisgendered comic book through the legacy of the comic book Marvel history. So now they're including diversity, and it's great. I think it's amazing. There's some hit or misses, but the effort is pretty cool, I think. And I think it's needed. It's needed in the comic book industry. I think it's not just doing a quota on comic books of race. You need to have great stories and great plots and great characters and create great characters of diversity. So I think it's a balance, but DC as well as many other companies as well, need to try to integrate more cultures and races within their comic book lines. And this is why I created my own comic book company called Digital Noise. And it actually, um, that's the main point and foundation of my comic book company. With this video, I want to dedicate this to all of the people that supported me when this person attacked me on Facebook and my Facebook groups. You all are amazing. It gives us hope for this country, this world, that we're all humans and we're all people. Even though we're diverse, we're all the same. So I'm so happy that many of you have supported me against this comics book gate type of dude that attacked me online on my own post. I just want to thank you for that, and I really, really appreciate it. So that's just a little rant what I wanted to talk about today on this video. And again, this is a new segment I created under my under my YouTube channel, and it's called Comic Book Issues. And it's going to be a little bit about rants, information about the comic book industry from my perspective. If you like what you're hearing, like and subscribe, and be safe out there, and take care.